And Greg, I think we're live for our well, it's your second live stream. I did one yesterday, but I'm excited to have Greg back on, and we're gonna be doing a bunch of these. And we're gonna be talking some movies tonight. But Greg, man, how you doing, man? I know that you went out, and you got a couple of coffees.
Yeah, I had to go and get a couple of coffees to this, keep the energy up.
You got so let me get this straight. So my brother Greg, by the way, this is Greg for anybody that has not met him yet. My brother Greg went out. You went to Dunkin' Donuts. You got a coffee. You got two separate coffees. Is this accurate? Is this true?
That's true.
But why would you get two separate coffees?
Gotta keep the energy up for the for the live stream.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on, John? What's going on, Pedestance? What's going on, Brandon Rogers, Bradley, Andy Garcia in the chat, MH in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Mead is in here. Nice to meet. Yeah, nice. What's going on, Bradley? Thank you for being here. What's going on, Andy Garcia? Woods is in the house. I love how you say coffee. That's how I say it. I wasn't faking my accent. Coffee. How do you say? You say coffee the same way, right, Greg?
Coffee.
But how you drinking? You got milk, sugar? What do you got?
Oh, a little milk, a little sugar. Can't go wrong with those two.
All right. So we had a great time today. If you guys haven't checked it out, we did the Goodfellas review. We both watched that. I watched it 2 nights ago. I think you watched it last night, right?
I actually watched it twice in the past 3 days because we were going to do that. So yeah, I watched a little bit last night. I watched a little bit today.
Such a great movie, isn't it?
Oh, Goodfellas is the best. You can't go wrong with Goodfellas.
Such a great movie, and we're gonna
shine box.
Yeah, and what's going on? My bad. But thank you to everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. And we're gonna let you guys. All right, Chris Sonor's got a question for you, Greg, and I already know the answer. Chris Sonor, by the way, is one of my best subscribers. Been with my channel forever. Greg, he's got a question for you. He says, "Is that a Scarface poster behind you?"
It's actually a picture of everybody. It got a little bit of everybody on there. I don't know if you can see it that well. You got Scarface. You got Scarface. You got the Godfather up there. Sopranos. Goodfellas. Everybody's on there. Love them.
Who's your favorite individual character in a gangster movie?
Favorite individual character in a gangster movie? I don't know. I mean, Vito Corleone's got to be up there. I mean, the first Godfather, he's played by Brando. Second one, he's played by De Niro. Both of them fantastic performances.
You can't top Brando though.
Well, what about Brando?
You can't top him. You can't.
I don't know. De Niro did a really good job in the second one. De Niro didn't even know how to speak Italian, and he doesn't have a single word of English. I mean, he learned how to speak Italian for the movie.
Yeah, but Marlon Brando was just so iconic in the first one.
See, I personally do prefer Brando to him, but it's not like a blowout. It's not like something that like you can't have an argument for on the other side.
Yeah. Do you remember the movie, the parody Mafia?
Yeah, of course I remember the parody Mafia. I told you.
Yeah. No, I know you told me. That's why I asked. I knew you had already seen it.
Of course.
But my question is obviously talking about the famous scene from Godfather, because I was thinking about how Marlon Brando died in the first one, or where some was spraying him with stuff. You remember the scene with all the dinosaurs that were chewing up?
Yes. The little tiny dinosaurs from Jurassic Park 2.
Yeah, Mafia was such a funny parody that probably not a lot of people have seen before. What's going on? All right, Greg seems like the type of guy you'd want to have a beer with. I've had several beers with Greg, and he definitely is the type of guy you'd want to have a beer with.
I'm the type of guy who wouldn't mind having a beer with you neither. Ever seen Harlem Nights? I have not seen Harlem Nights.
I don't think I have. I remember I wanted to watch it. It was on TV, but I have never seen it yet either. I've not seen it either.
We will review Casino. We're probably not going to review Easy Money.
We're definitely going to do Casino. Vidge, okay, I talked about this last time, but I don't know if Vidge was in the stream. I don't remember seeing him in there. He says, let's talk about Face Off. Have you ever seen Face Off?
I lived Face Off.
What do you mean you've lived Face Off? What does that even mean?
I've seen that movie enough times to be able to say that. Am I a Mets fan? No. But Face Off's good. Face Off's like a really good, really bad movie. It's like,
what do you mean a really bad movie? How is it bad?
The plot of this movie is that they take a guy's face off his body and switch it with another. It's bad. It's just
that's an amazing plot.
Yeah, it's a stupid plot, but it's fun. It's fun, but it's stupid. Don't get it twisted. Armageddon is another one. Armageddon, that Independence Day. These are just bad movies that we enjoy. There's a difference.
Face Off was fantastic. I don't care what you tell me.
Fantastic.
You're not going to convince me
I'm
otherwise.
casting Troy. I'm casting Troy.
I love Face Off. I love
it too. I love it. I mean, I've seen it, I don't know how many times. Probably 30 times, but it doesn't make it a good movie. I like bad movies.
Wood says favorite book made movie. So your favorite book that was made a movie.
I don't know, Passion of the Christ. I don't know. Favorite book made into a movie? I don't know. There's so many good ones. Shawshank Redemption was a book. The Shining, actually. You know what? That's what I'm going to pick. Because I absolutely love the book of The Shining. I know Ditch is in here somewhere, and I know right now he's happy I said that.
The Shining is great. The Shining's fantastic.
The book's way better, but don't get me wrong. Obviously, the movie's great. Yeah. I like Dr. Sleep, too. The sequel, Dr. Sleep, I give it a thumbs up.
Passion of the Christ, that was great. I remember I was working at the movie theater when that came out. And it was such a huge, everybody was up in arms about it because of all the graphic scenes and everything that are in the movie. What's the name of the actor? Because I was talking about Frequency yesterday. I forgot the actor's name in that.
Oh yeah, it's I could look. I'd have to look it up.
Caviezel, is it Caviezel? John Caviezel or something like that?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a movie I really like. I'm a huge freak. I remember seeing that in the theaters.
He got struck by lightning playing that. As he played the guy. It happened before that also on The Last Temptation of Christ.
What?
William Dafoe. Yeah, he got struck by lightning when making that movie, and so did William Dafoe while he played Jesus in The Last Temptation of Christ.
Wait. You're telling me two different people. You're telling me two different people that played the part of Jesus in two separate movies were both struck by lightning in real life.
I'm telling you that. Yes, I'm telling you that's a fact.
If that doesn't make you
at least filming the movie.
If that doesn't make you at least start to believe in religion, I don't know what will.
Why are you a religious freak?
I am not a religious freak, but that goes to show you that maybe there is something up there. I mean, if they're both getting struck by lightning,
there's clouds and there's all kinds of precipitation.
Yeah, what's going on, Henny? What's going on, Pedisons? Let's see, West
Side Story we could pass on.
I think I saw it a long time ago.
Have I seen Clerks is asking if I've seen Sleepers. Yeah, I actually saw you guys talking about that yesterday. I've seen Sleepers. Sleepers. Sleepers is freaking awesome. Very good movie. Yeah, Chris, you're right. You should watch Sleepers. Sleepers. Sleepers is great.
I've never seen Sleepers. Clerks was telling me the cast though. It sounded fantastic.
No, yeah, the movie's awesome. Awesome.
What is it about? What's the storyline?
It's like 4 kids and I don't know. They're in I don't know if it's boarding house. I forget. I haven't seen it in a while, but they're in they get sent away somewhere. It's like a boarding house, and then I haven't seen it in a while, but basically they get sexually abused by one of the people there and stuff, and then the older. I don't want to know. Go watch the movie. It's good. It's a good movie.
I'll have to check it out. Nate says, "Am I the only one in the world that thought Fight Club was stupid?" Yes, you are.
Yeah, you pretty much are. You could be the only person to ever think that Fight Club is stupid.
Fight Club is amazing. I mean, I love Edward Norton. You know
and
Brad
Pitt. And Brad Pitt.
Yeah, and Brad Pitt. They're both great.
They're both the same guy.
Matter of fact, I was talking about the best twists in movie history yesterday.
Oh, Fight Club's in top 10.
Fight Club's up there. I didn't even think about Fight Club when I was talking about it.
Sense, Empire Strikes Back, baby.
Well, Psycho.
Yeah, Psycho.
There's the Saw. Saw's got to be up there.
I mean, Saw's got a really good one. Maybe Inside Man. Inside Man had a really good one.
Yeah.
Inside Man,
I feel like Scream's a little underrated because the first time I saw Scream, I thought it was a great twist.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's a great twist, but isn't it the most elite twist of all time? I don't know about that.
No.
You got the Usual Suspects.
What about Fallen? I thought Fallen was a really interesting.
I love Fallen. You love Fallen a little more than I love Fallen.
I love Fallen. But
the twist, fantastic.
But the twist at the end of it was pretty cool. The Mist was a great twist.
The Mist is definitely a really good twist. But that's not so much like a twist as a shock. It's a very shocking moment. Yeah.
What about Lucky Number 7?
Lucky Number 7, I like. A lot of people hate Lucky Number 7. If you read up on Lucky Number 7 on the internet, people bash that movie like crazy. I like Lucky Number 7.
I love it.
I don't know. I don't
absolutely love it. But what's going on, guys? Donnie Brasco. Yeah, we've both seen Donnie
Brasco. Donnie Brasco's good, but some people make it out to be better than it is. It's it's not like an elite gangster movie, but it's definitely good.
Yeah, and MH says Slevin. Yes, it's not Lucky Number 7. It's Lucky Number Slevin. It's the name of a horse. It's the name of the horse in the movie. And
No,
Yeah, it's based around the name of the horse. Unbreakable, Greg says. So that's Unbreakable's definitely
Unbreakable is good.
Yeah. I know I liked Unbreakable. It was definitely a cool twist at the end, Mr. Glass.
Unbreakable came out like 10 years too early, I feel like. If Unbreakable would have came out like at the beginning of this whole entire craze superhero phase that we got going on now, I think it would have been appreciated a lot more. I
think you're right about that.
I also think that the second one was way better, Split.
Split was amazing.
And then the third one just totally disappointing. Glass.
Split was one of my favorite movies of his. I absolutely loved Split.
Oh yeah, I mean he's made a lot of bad movies. He hasn't made too many good ones.
Well, I mean he's made some good ones early on.
Unbreakable's, I guess you could say, is good. Sixth Sense is great. Unbreakable is good.
Signs was good.
Is Signs good? Is Signs really that good?
Signs was pretty good.
Signs at the end, the thing that keeps the aliens away is freaking water. They land on a planet that's 80% covered in water, and their weakness is water.
Well, I guess it goes to show you that you got to open up your eyes.
I guess so.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. What about
Snatch is awesome. I love Snatch. I love the other one too, Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels. I also love The Gentleman that came out this year. Some people didn't like The Gentleman. I thought The Gentleman was great.
I have not seen. Oh no, I saw parts of The Gentleman. I have not seen the whole thing yet. That's the one with Matthew McConaughey, right?
Yeah, so Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, I saw part of it. I was watching it late. I fell asleep. I got to watch the whole movie. But yeah, I've seen Snatch. Snatch is great, and I love Jason Statham.
Oh yeah. Somebody's asking what I think of Benny Blanco from the Bronx and Carlito's Way. I didn't really like Benny Blanco from the Bronx at the end of the movie, but Carlito's Way I think is underrated, and I think it's better than a Bronx Tale. Bronx Tale's good, but it's overrated.
I love both those movies.
I know you love the Bronx Tale. Bronx Tale's good.
Carlito's Way is really good too. I like both those movies a lot, but I it's close. But I think I'd lean Bronx Tale, but Carlito's Way is really good. What's going on, Afghanistan, man? Thanks for popping into the stream. Man.
Favorite Star Wars movie, Greg? Empire Strikes Back. That's a ridiculous question.
I say Rogue One. I know.
Rogue One is to number 3.
Yeah, I know Star Wars freaks hate me for saying that, but I'm a huge Rogue One fan.
Rogue One's amazing.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. Let's see what we got here. One Country for Old Men was brilliant. The Press Steelers man says. Was that the name of it? Wasn't it? I guess that was it. I can't remember.
How do I have the audacity to say Bronx Tale's overrated? Because people compare it to movies like Scarface or Goodfellas or Casino or The Godfather, and it's not as good. So,
oh yeah, Kristen Orr loves Bronx Tale.
That's my answer about Bronx Tale. I like Bronx Tale. I like it a lot, but don't get it twisted being the elite like gangster films.
What's going on, Jesse, man? Thanks for being here. But you guys never have to apologize for being late. We're just having fun. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate it. No Country for Old Men. That was the name.
Time in America, very good. It's just 4.5 hours long or something like that. So you need like a weekend to watch it.
Yeah. Once Upon a Time in America.
Robert De Niro.
Have I seen that?
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember if I've seen that. I don't think I've seen that one.
Crying Game is another one with a great twist. Very weird twist, but Crying Game, somebody's talking about in there.
I did see The Irishman. Pettis.
I like The Irishman a lot. I saw The Irishman like 8 times.
I've only seen it twice, but it was
The Irishman a lot.
That was really long, wasn't it?
3.5 hours long.
It was great though. Definitely it was cool to see all those guys back together again. Yeah, it was definitely a really good movie. I enjoyed The Irishman a lot.
He's the older brother. I'm the younger brother.
Yeah, I'm the older. Greg's 2 years younger than me. 2 years younger than me.
That's movie 2019. You're incorrect about that, but Joker was great.
All right, let's talk about the Joker real quick. Let's talk about the Joker. And if somebody's seen the Joker before, I apologize if we're talking about the ending and we ruin it. Whatever. We've talked about the ending before of the Joker.
I love the ending of the Joker. I loved it.
Okay, so the way that you took the ending of the Joker is the whole time he wasn't really the Joker. It was all in his head.
Yeah, the whole movie. I definitely think they're about to make a sequel. They're gonna screw it up with. But yeah, at the end of the movie, the reason they put those last couple scenes the way they did was because they wanted to put the idea out there that he was in a mental asylum the whole time. And in reality, this is just a story that he was telling to himself, pretty much in his head. And
I hope that's not the case, because then why did I watch the movie? I mean, it's just a complete mind bender, the whole movie.
I mean, does the fact that at the end of Inception it becomes a mind bender, or Stellar become or something like that become a mind bender, eliminate the fact that the movie was worth watching? No.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a really good
No.
movie. It was
I
definitely
love
really.
Joker. I love Joker either way on that. But I think that ending was. I think that's definitely the more interesting way of ending it. It adds like an extra level of craziness to a movie that's already got so many.
Yeah. Okay, I've gotten asked this question a few times, Greg, and I don't think I've ever asked you this. Which of the three Jokers do you think was the best? Because they were all great in their own ways.
I mean, it's kind of hard not to say Heath Ledger. I think the worst is out of the three you're talking about is probably the most recent one, and he was great. Like he deserved the Oscar. But I really like Jack Nicholson, and I think it's really hard to say Heath Ledger isn't the best.
You see, the thing is, I feel like that they're all three of them are completely different roles, and it's kind of hard to compare them. Even though they're all Joker, they're like different.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's the reason I think they all get their own recognition.
Yeah, yeah.
You could go back and just try to play the same one.
Yeah, they're all completely different.
Yeah.
Chris, I subscribe to you and Chris. No, I appreciate that. Kristaps Porzingis. Is Greg a Giants fan? Yeah,
I'm a Giant fan.
Yeah, he's
not like him, but I'm a Giant.
He's not a diehard. He's much more of a diehard movie guy than me. I definitely love movies, but
scale 1 to 10, Hateful Eight, 8.5. I love the Hateful Eight. Sorry, Chris, I saw this.
I don't hate the Hateful Eight.
I love the Hateful Eight.
Well, I love Tarantino. Anything that Tarantino does, I'm gonna watch.
Tarantino's the best. Anything he does is masterful. He's like Christopher Nolan.
But the thing with the thing with the Hateful Eight, even though I really enjoyed it, I thought it was good. It doesn't have rewatchability. It's not like the type of movie.
I say I disagree. I mean, I've lived the disagreement with you because I've literally watched that movie at least a dozen times, and it's 3.5 hours long of people talking. Basically, I don't care though. I love that. That's what I love about Tarantino is his dialogue. So like,
I gotta disagree with you on that one. Out of all the Tarantino's movies, even though I liked it, I think it's the least rewatchable of all the movies.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree. I'd say the least rewatchable to me is probably either one, maybe, and I like them all, so it's kind of hard to say. It's probably Jackie Brown or one of the Kill Bills, and I like them both, like a lot.
I wasn't a huge Kill Bill fan. I liked Kill Bill. I thought it was overrated. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that.
I think Inglourious Basterds might be the best movie he made, but I think Pulp Fiction is his best movie because it's Pulp Fiction and because it was his first one and because it was like the first time they had that broken up storytelling and stuff like that. But I think Inglourious Basterds is really, really his crowning achievement.
Yeah, they're all those movies are great. Let's see what we got here. Favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movie from Die Hard Giants. There's been a lot of good ones.
I think Wolf of Wall Street's definitely up there for me. I also think that one of his best roles was in the new Tarantino movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think he plays that role like perfectly. It's like the actor who's on like the down and outs, and like he's expected to be so much more. It's so funny to watch DiCaprio do it because obviously in real life DiCaprio is this extremely successful person. He's playing something he's totally not.
I know Die Hard loves Inception. So do I. That's definitely up there for me with DiCaprio.
Inception's great.
Inception's up there, as well as Catch Me If You Can. We talked about that yesterday. I think that's a great movie. I'm trying to think of other really good DiCaprio movies. Titanic's a popular one, obviously, but I'm trying to think of other really, really, really big ones. You know what one I thought was overrated that I know you liked?
What, Shutter Island?
Shutter Island. I thought it was overrated.
It's not great, but I mean, it's definitely not one of his best movies. But I mean, if you would go down his IMDb, it looks, if you just look at his movies, it looks something like, Titanic, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Wolf of Wall Street, The Revenant, which he was good in, but I feel like that was overrated. He should have gotten. It's kind of disappointed that's what he got the Academy Award for, is The Revenant. But Django he's in, Departed he's in.
Yeah. Yeah, all those movies are great.
Yeah, so many good movies with him. Blood Diamond, Gangs of New York.
The Aviator, Lord Flacco hit it right on the head. He hit it right on the head. The Aviator, I'm going to tell you this right now. Now, I actually, if memory serves me correctly, I think that's the last movie I ever saw with Mom's dad, my grandfather, in the theaters, The Aviator. And The Aviator, to me, is Leonardo DiCaprio's best acting job. I agree. It's
not his best movie. The movie's okay, but him in the movie is fantastic. He's great in it.
Yeah, I think the movie was good. I don't think it was like on the level of some of these other movies, but in terms of his acting,
Yes, I agree.
he was top notch in that
Yeah.
movie. What's the line he keeps saying at the end of the movie? He keeps saying it over and over and over again with the disability. I forgot.
I can't think of it off
The
top
way
of
of the way of the future. The way of the future.
the future. Yeah.
The way of the future. But I absolutely love that movie. It's a great movie. Man in the Iron Mask was a popular one when it first.
Yeah, Iron Mask is definitely like his bottom 5.
Yeah, but but when it first came out,
it was popular because it came out like 5 weeks after Titanic, and everybody in the world had like Leonardo DiCaprio fever.
Yeah,
Tom Cruise, we got a Cruise fan in here, Chris.
You're talking to the right guy. You're talking to the right guy. Tom Cruise is my favorite actor.
Blue Jackets. I'm into scary movies. You want to talk horror movies? I can talk horror movies with you for a month straight.
Well, let's go.
Black Christmas is good. I mean, I understand why you're going crazy over it. I saw you yesterday going a little nuts over that one too. Like, you know what horror movie I love, and some people are gonna say it's not really truly a horror movie, but it really is. Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods to me is a fucking genius movie. Cabin in the Woods is so good. The ideas behind that movie are brilliant.
I couldn't disagree more. I think Cabin in the Woods, and maybe it's because the expectations were raised so high. I didn't see it when it was in the theaters. I remember watching it, and I remember being like, what the hell is the big deal about this movie? I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. I didn't know why people loved it. That's a movie that I would never. I wouldn't.
Well, no, I would love it because like all these horror movies that come out, they're always like the same type of thing. Person gets into a situation, person releases evil something kills person. It's like a very stereotypical formula. And Cabin in the Woods was a movie that was smart enough to take that and do something with the idea as opposed to just redoing the idea, and made like a meta reference by doing it. It's just a really clever idea. It's just an original idea, kind of like Looper, which is another one I know we disagree on. You say Looper was terrible.
Terrible's not the right word, but I think it was definitely over.
No. You told me no. It was way worse than terrible. When you first went to see it, what you told me was the worst movie ever made. Or something. That was the way you described this movie. I saw it, and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
I overreacted because of how much it was hyped up. Because like I'm going on Rotten Tomato and I'm reading like the greatest movie ever, 97%. And I go to see the movie. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell were these critics watching? Like I couldn't believe it.
I really think you really need to rewatch it. Thoughts on The Dark Knight? I mean, what's everybody's thoughts on The Dark Knight, Levy?
Oh, The Dark Knight's ridiculous. Dark
Knight's perfect.
Yeah.
To be fair, I feel like there's some flaws with The Dark Knight, but as a movie, I mean, it doesn't change the fact that it's the best superhero movie ever made.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Did you all see the new? No, I'm actually going to do a trailer.
Yes, I got to see it in the movie theater.
No, he's saying the trailer to the new one. The new Halloween trailer.
Oh no, I'm reading a different comment. I'm reading the guys asking about House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm probably actually gonna react to that trailer tomorrow. I have not watched it yet, so it's probably gonna be my first trailer reaction.
Yeah,
I saw that trailer just came out today, so I'm probably gonna do a trailer reaction on it. Greg Clocks is asking about Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints is it's really good. It's like almost a cult classic. Second one I didn't like as much, but the first one, yeah, it was awesome. William Dafoe.
I never saw the sequel.
Yeah, All Saints Day.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah, it came out a couple of years ago.
You guys, Blue Collar says you guys would love 29th Street. I've never heard of 29th Street. I never heard of it.
I've never heard of 29th Street.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I'd have to check that out. But I think Blue Collar asked me about that yesterday, and then I brought up the 25th Hour, which I know you love. That's one of your favorites. Yeah, one of your favorites. Yeah. Great Gatsby. I did not see The Great Gatsby. I did not see that.
Great Gatsby sucked.
Yeah.
Great Gatsby with DiCaprio. That's one of DiCaprio's like bad movies that snuck in.
Yeah, I mean the costumes and stuff look cool and the trailers and everything, but the movie itself, I got horrible reviews. I didn't even bother to see it. Yeah. What's going on, AV Sports? Thanks for popping in the stream, my man.
Flatbush, but I don't think that's true.
Amityville, but the one from the 70s I never saw. I saw the one with Ryan Reynolds. I never saw the one from the 70s, the Amityville House of Horrors.
The one from the 70s is definitely superior. I'm not really. I mean, we live right by where that is. The Amityville Horror House is like 10-minute drive from us. But yeah, I never thought any of them were really that great.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. I remember seeing it and thought it was pretty good. I don't remember it that well, but I saw it in theaters with Jared. I don't remember it that well though. Greg, you're a huge movie guy, so I need you to answer a question about the Dark Knight franchise. If he hadn't tragically died, was Heath Ledger supposed to come back as the Joker in The Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah, it's pretty well known that Christopher Nolan was planning to have him come back as like a cameo, same way he did with the Scarecrow in both the second and the third. But I don't think he would have been back in a major way. It definitely would have been a scene with him. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I remember reading that they said they said he was going to make an appearance in the third one. I'm kind of with you. I don't think he would have been the main villain, but
no, definitely not. He would have had two teams.
Yeah, I think he would have been in it though. I think he would have made an appearance. I saw Venom. I don't know if you did. Thoughts on Venom?
Venom sucked.
I didn't think it sucked.
I was so disappointed with Venom.
I
was so disappointed when I walked out of that.
I thought it was all right. I'm not saying it was good. It was what it was. It was an enjoyable comic book movie action, but it wasn't. I didn't think it sucked.
I feel like if they're gonna make a good Venom movie, you got to bring Spider-Man into it.
Yeah, they didn't have Spider-Man. That's a good point.
That's where I'm at. That's really where I'm at in Venom. If you want to do something, you got to bring Spider-Man into it. Venom was like set in like Venom's supposed to be from New York City. They set it in like San Francisco. First off, you want to make a big mistake in a movie, take something out of New York that's supposed to be in New York.
Thoughts on the that's a good one. I like that one. I don't know how you feel about that.
What?
The Island. I actually really like The Island.
I actually don't think I've seen The Island. There's one I haven't seen.
You've never seen The Island?
You're just telling me you don't like. You're not a huge fan of it, and then I say I haven't.
No. I said I am. No. I said I am a huge.
Oh, you are a huge.
I am a huge fan of it. Yeah. It's with what the guy that played Anakin? What's his name?
Hayden Christian.
No. Oh, then it's not Anakin.
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor. Yeah. Yeah, it's with Ewan McGregor. It's with Steve Buscemi. And I'm trying to think who else. There's a couple of other famous actors in it, but it's really good. Really, really good. The Island.
I check that one out. I just made a note. I gotta check it out.
Yeah, basically what The Island is in a nutshell, it's basically like rich, really wealthy people that are dying. Say you need like a kidney transplant or whatever, and they're paying this company to clone themselves. Mm-hmm. So, and then, they grow up, they think that they're living on an island, but really they're just being raised to be killed so they could take their liver, whatever body part the rich person needs. And that's that actually sounds good. Yeah, that's like the story behind it. But it was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it. Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, Scarlett Johansson. Do the right thing. Please, can Lee buy the Knicks when Dolan becomes smart and sells the team? Yeah, it'd be nice to sell the Knicks to anybody at this point. To anyone. Sonor likes Godzilla, the newer Godzilla.
New Godzilla, 2014 Godzilla was good. The new one was actually falls in those categories of movies I was talking about before. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. That's like a terrible, terrible, terrible movie. Like, it's a movie that they made every single wrong decision in the production of it possible, but it's extremely enjoyable to watch the monsters kick the hell out of each other for 2 hours. But outside of that, the new one was real bad.
I saw the new one. I wasn't like blown away by it. Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. It was a monster movie.
It was no. For the monsters fighting it were great, but like any storytelling that went into getting the monsters to have to fight was terrible. Yeah, and any plot point in that whole movie was really bad.
Yeah. We talked about Inception already. It's one of our favorites. One of my favorites, anyway.
What do you think about the ending of Inception, Chris?
Yeah, I was talking. I was talking about it. Yeah, I mean, I think we probably share the same theory on this because I think we've talked about this before, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, the way that I took the end of Inception was he doesn't care whether it's a dream or whether it's not. He's got his kids. He's happy.
No, they answer at the end of Inception. They answer if it's a dream or not.
I think it's a dream.
It's a dream because you know that there's been a couple years that passed since he last saw his kids, and in that last scene when he sees his kids, they haven't aged. They're wearing the same clothes. He's 100% in a dream that whole movie. Everything that happens in that movie's in his head.
He doesn't care though because he's happy.
He doesn't care. Yeah, but 100% all those kids Or I mean, the kids are 100% the same exact. You know, they look exactly the same. They're wearing the same clothes as you see them earlier in the movie. There's been no aging on them.
Yeah. Why doesn't Sinor answer me? I don't know what you're talking about. Wood says favorite Samuel L. Jackson movie besides Pulp Fiction.
That's so hard. Like Samuel Jackson's got like so many good movies.
He's in like every movie.
I think Samuel Jackson was great in Django. I think Samuel Jackson could have been the best part of Django. I don't know if it's his best movie, but I love Samuel Jackson.
That might be his next best movie. I think Django's incredible.
Django's awesome, but like Samuel Jackson just has so many good movies.
The Negotiator's really good with Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, Negotiator's good, but I'm not gonna put it in the elite Samuel Jackson movies.
No, I'm just thinking of random Samuel Jackson movies.
I'd have to look up his thing really. I mean, if you're just going movies he needs to be in, he's like got a cameo in any single Tarantino movie. So you can basically put him. You can say any of those, but let's hold on.
Yeah, I was thinking movies more like where he has a main role. Because I mean, if you're gonna go by that, you could say Goodfellas, you could say Jurassic Park. I was thinking movies that
even some of the Marvel movies. He's also in some big Marvel movies. Also, he's like in the first Avengers.
Yeah, but he wasn't the primary. He wasn't the primary character.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, he's also in Star Wars. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah, no, he has besides Pulp Fiction. John.
What about Jurassic Park?
I said that.
Oh, you did say Jurassic Park. Sorry.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, Jurassic Park's gonna be up there.
Kawhi Leonard didn't go to Orlando today. Kristaps Porzingis says, "Well, yeah, I'm not surprised by that."
What about Die Hard 3 for Samuel Jackson?
That and when you go on IMDb, Die Hard with a Vengeance doesn't have that high of a review.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely not.
I don't understand that. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's the best one. I mean, Die Hard 1, your ultimate Christmas movie. That's you.
It is a Christmas movie, but
it's not a Christmas movie. Lethal Weapon's a Christmas movie. All throughout Lethal Weapon, you see Christmas decorations, there's Christmas music playing. It opens up with Jingle Bell Rock. Lethal Weapon is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard is.
Die Hard with a Vengeance is the best one, though. Let's see what we got here. Greg is a low budget.
Hold on, Vidge. Why did Parasite win Best Picture? I don't agree. Vidge is just trying to break my balls on this one. Parasite was incredible. Anybody who disagrees about that, you clearly haven't watched the movie.
Nate agrees with you. He says Die Hard is an action movie that happened to take place on Christmas.
Exactly.
Nate, I'll argue this till I die. Die Hard's an action. Die Hard's a Christmas movie. There's no doubt about it. Let's see what we got here. Home Alone Home Alone's fantastic.
Home Alone is my favorite Christmas movie by far.
By far?
By far. I love Home Alone. Home Alone, I could watch Home Alone anytime between like Halloween and like the third week of January and be happy as like
Christmas Vacation is great. Elf is great.
Elf's great, but I mean Elf is not Home Alone.
Elf is pretty funny.
I mean, Elf's funny, but it's not Home Alone. It's not Joe Pesci.
No, nobody's Joe Pesci. Nobody's Joe Pesci. I'm sick of. Actually, funny story. Our neighbor growing up was in Home Alone too.
Yeah, that's true. He's the limo driver.
Yeah, if you guys have ever seen Home Alone 2, the limo driver where Macaulay Culkin gets into the limo and he's got the pizza. The limo driver in that movie was our neighbor, and he was also in Men in Black.
Yeah.
He was Will Smith's fat partner.
Yeah, he was a partner who couldn't catch the guy in the opening scene.
Yeah. Thoughts on E.T.? I mean, that's a great movie.
E.T.'s amazing.
Yeah. Steven Spielberg. I mean, one of his all-time great. I still remember the one thing that stood out to me as a child about E.T., when you had the VHSs, it was the only VHS.
Had the green thing on it.
It had the green flap.
Yeah.
It had the green flap. Every other movie had a black flap. That movie had a green flap.
Green flap. Yep.
Yeah. That's what I remember about that.
That's what I got to say about E.T.
That's what I got to say about E.T.
That's what I got to say about E.T. It had a green flap.
No, but E.T. was fantastic. E.T. was great.
Oh, E.T. was
awesome. Favorite musical? Grease. I'll say Grease.
Yeah, I mean Grease. I guess. I mean, I don't know. Actually, no. Actually, no. What I thought was a great musical was the new Elton John movie. I like that one a lot.
Oh, Rocketman. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Yeah, Rocketman's totally a musical, and it's awesome.
I mean, I like Elton John's music, so I'd probably like it.
Really good movie.
Little Shop of Horrors. That's a good one. A musical.
Little Shop of Horrors is definitely a good one. Rick Moranis. Love him.
Yeah. With the huge Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
From outer space. Yeah, absolutely. That movie's fantastic. Okay, let's get it out of the way. What do you guys think of Do the Right Thing?
Do the Right Thing's a great movie, great summer movie too, because that movie takes place during that crazy hot day and stuff. I mean, Do the Right Thing's a great movie. I mean, it's not. I'm not gonna tell you it's one of my like elite movies. I know people are crazy. People talk about Spike Lee's best movie. Everybody's throwing this one out there. I don't know if I put that there.
What's your favorite Spike Lee movie?
Inside Man.
Yeah, Inside Man's awesome.
Hands down. Maybe 25th Hour is right up there too. Those are my two favorite.
25th Hour. What's the one with Ray Allen again? And He Got Game with that with Denzel Washington.
He Got Game. Yeah, He Got Game was definitely really good.
It's pretty good. Yeah, those are some of Spike Lee's best ones. I'm not a huge Spike Lee fan. Outside of
I think actually Black Klansman, it came out last year. I thought that was fucking awesome. Also, Black Klansman was really, really good. He actually won the Oscar for Black Klansman.
I have not seen that one yet.
Really good. I mean, it's not an action movie by any means, but definitely really good.
I know people liked it. People liked it. Malcolm X was good. Yeah, Malcolm X.
Malcolm X was really good.
All right, guys. Wi-Fi on the train sucks. I'll catch you later. All right, my man. Thank you for being here, buddy. Haven't remembered Spike Lee since he got kicked out of MSG. Yeah. Yeah. James Dolan kicked him out really for no reason, but that's James Dolan. He's a jerk.
Benchwarmers. Yeah, Benchwarmers wasn't that very good.
Benchwarmers. Yeah, it was kind of. It's like one of those movies that you just watch to pass time.
White Man Can't Jump.
White Man Can't Jump is really good.
White Man Can't Jump is the best trash talking movie ever. I realized. I went back and I watched it a couple months ago. They talk some of the best trash ever in there. Like when they're on the courts going back and forth, like they have so many good mama jokes and stuff in that movie.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes. You can't really Rosie Perez. You can't really beat that.
Awesome.
Beat that cast. That was great. That was a great movie. Borat is your favorite movie.
Somebody's asking about Bad Boy. Borat's really good. But somebody's asking about Bad Boys. Bad Boys 1 is awesome, and Bad Boys 2 suck.
Bad Boys 2 is great.
You sound like my fiance. Melissa loves Bad Boys 2. Let me tell you something about Bad Boys 2. Bad Boys 2 is like 6 hours and 45 minutes long.
It was 2.5 hours. You're clearly exaggerating.
Okay, it's almost 3. It's like 2 hours and 54 minutes. Okay, it should have been like 90 minutes long. It has like 4 endings. Okay, that like they do all this crazy stuff. They get the bad guy, and then like the phone rings. They're like, "We got your sister, Will Smith. You got to come get her." And this is after like an hour and 40 minutes of a pretty bad movie. And then that spirals out into another 50 minutes or whatever it is, another hour and 10 minutes of an even worse movie. Bad Boys 2 is bad.
I completely disagree. Bad Boys 2 was great. Non-stop action is exactly.
Demolition Man, scale of 1 to 10 and 11. I mean, who doesn't like Demolition Man? Simon Phoenix?
Simon Phoenix. Absolutely, Simon Phoenix. Bavit asks if you're my father. No, Bavit. This is actually my brother. Bavit's a troll, though. He's just kidding. Let's see what we got here. Okay, this is one of. Okay, let's talk about Demolition Man in a second. Sonor, though, asked you, because I know this is one of his personal favorites. He said, have you ever seen Contact?
Yeah, I've seen Contact. Contact, I'm not a fan of. I feel like Contact is like one of those overrated sci-fi movies. I don't know if it's necessarily overrated. I feel like a lot of people have this opinion of Contact.
I've seen it. I've not seen it in a while. I know that Sonor is very much into space exploration.
Space exploration movies are Interstellar. I love Life. Actually,
Life was awesome.
Life was fantastic, but I don't know if it's the best. I put Interstellar up there. I thought Gravity was really good.
Gravity was good.
Obviously, got Star Wars. All that falls under a little bit of a different category. Apollo 13.
As far as Demolition Man goes, Demolition Man is great. I mean, you got first off, they eat rats in the sewers. You got a rat burger.
Yeah, Demolition Man basically got robbed of the Best Picture nomination in whatever year it came out, 91, 92.
I think it came out. I think it came out in 93. You got they wipe their asses with the seashells. They don't have toilet paper.
Yeah, can't curse.
You can't curse.
Taco Bell's the biggest franchise. Taco Bell's the only surviving fast food franchise.
Yes, that's right. Yes. Simon Phoenix. I loved what Wesley Snipes' character. Of course, Stallone's is always the best. Sandra Bullock. I think that was one of her first movies.
That and Speed put her on the map. Now, Speed. There you go. You want to talk about a real legit like we're talking top 5 action movies of the 90s. Speed's got to be in that conversation.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about this. I was asked about this yesterday, Vidge, but a movie is 13 Hours in Benghazi, a Michael Bay production. Bavit says.
The story behind it was pretty good, but was the movie itself that good? Was it really a well-made movie, or was it just a whole bunch of crap thrown together? It didn't really seem to fit.
I like most Michael Bay stuff, but as far as Vidge goes,
Michael Bay made. How do you feel about Armageddon? Is Armageddon a great movie?
Definitely an enjoyable movie.
Is it a great movie?
I enjoy it.
You know the plot. I mean, I enjoy it too, but let's get realistic. The plot of Armageddon is about how it's easier to train people who dig for oil how to be astronauts in 12 days than it is to teach astronauts how to dig for oil in 12 days. That's what the plot of that movie is about.
Yeah, it makes it for more of an interesting movie. What's the challenge of teaching astronauts how to dig? So
I'm just saying it's a little bit of a plot hole.
It might be a plot hole, but it would have been a boring movie had they gone with what you just said.
Armageddon is a great bad movie.
Yeah.
Like Independence Day. Independence Day is another one. What do you feel about Independence Day?
Independence Day is great.
All right, Independence Day, the first half of Independence Day, the first half of the movie is like spot on. Maybe the first third. Like when the aliens are showing up, everybody's looking at the sky and stuff. Like that's how it would be. Like if it did happen, that would be the reaction everybody has. You know when Independence Day gets really crazy and stupid? After they attack. After they attack, some ridiculous stuff happens. Will Smith knocks an alien out with one punch, and he doesn't even punch him. He doesn't even punch it in the face. He punches it in the armor that's surrounding its face. And then when that same alien, 20 minutes later, takes out every single person in the president's Secret Service with its mind. But Will Smith knocked it out with one punch.
Will Smith's got a strong punch.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Somebody was asking a question. Okay, Nate wants to know, Greg, best Mel Brooks movie.
I mean, I'm a Spaceballs fan because I'm a Star Wars freak. I don't know if that's his best. Young Frankenstein's really good. I mean, I like some of his bad ones too, like Dracula Dead and Loving It. I like Dracula Dead and Loving It.
Dracula Dead and Loving It is definitely an enjoyable movie.
Blazing Saddles too. Blazing Saddles obviously is awesome.
Anything with Leslie Nielsen is hysterical.
Yes. Naked Gun, big gun.
Yeah, Naked Gun's great. Did you guys watch Patriot Day? Very intimate. I did watch Patriot Day. I haven't
seen Patriots Day. Actually, I know what it is, but I haven't seen it yet.
It's on Netflix right now. It's good. Moneyball. Yeah, you actually love Moneyball.
I love Moneyball. Moneyball's awesome. Jonah Hill, Brad Pitt, fucking great movie. Great movie.
And you're not even a huge baseball fan. You just love the movie.
No. Yeah, I always heard it. I didn't even see Moneyball probably until maybe 6 months ago or something like that. And I always heard about it and stuff. But like you're saying, I'm not a huge baseball guy. I didn't know it was really my cup of tea. And one night I just watched it. And I was like, wow, this is really good.
Yeah, Moneyball was awesome. It kind of showed you, how they reshaped the landscape of Major League Baseball and how they, evaluate players nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
It was really, really good. OJ was a Naked Gun meet. Yep. He was in.
That's a fact. OJ was.
He was in all three of them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he was in all three of them. And the
Somebody's
third one,
asking Braveheart or Patriot.
They're both good, but I got to go Braveheart.
Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer. Braveheart, definitely.
Well, the Patriot was really good.
And Patriot's good. I saw Patriot in the movie theater probably a couple times. It came out in that time frame when I looked at the movie theaters. But Braveheart's definitely the way to go.
Yeah, Braveheart was ridiculous. That's another movie I got to watch again. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Braveheart's awesome. Yeah.
William Wallace with the painted face. I love.
You may take our lives.
Now we were talking about famous speeches. Somebody brought that up the last stream. That's got to be up there.
Oh, you may take our lives, but never take our freedom. Oh yeah. Definitely.
That's got to be up there. Yeah. Okay. John wants to know, have you seen 11-14?
I don't know what 11-14 is.
I was asked that yesterday. I had no idea what it was either. I had no idea. I'm gonna have to look into it. No, that is not my favorite comedy. Dumb and Dumber's up there for me.
Where does Wolf of Wall Street rank for me? Somebody said Wolf of Wall Street is the funniest movie ever made. I've said it before. Me and him are on here. I'll say it again. Wolf of Wall Street is the funniest movie ever made, hands down. It's not even close. I watched Wolf of Wall Street and I laughed for 3 hours straight.
It's not even a comedy.
I don't care. It's hilarious. It is hilarious, and it definitely falls under comedy. It definitely does. It falls under dark comedy, true crime.
It's definitely a great movie.
Wolf of Wall Street has me laughing forever.
Wolf of Wall Street is definitely my top 30 or 40 movies, probably.
I love Wall Street.
Yeah, it's definitely a great movie. All right, I answered this yesterday. I'll let you answer it. Your favorite animated movie?
Toy Story's got to be up there. I mean, I like some of the classic Disney ones. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big fan of Beauty and the Beast. Love Beauty and the Beast. Lion King's got to be in there, I guess. I was always an Aladdin fan.
Yeah, Lion King might be the best one ever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Disney fan. So is he. I mean, we grew up living in Disney World, basically. I mean,
yeah, we went to Disney World like twice a year, every year for like 10 years straight. Yeah, we had season bet. We lived in New York and we had annual passes. We'd go like 30 days out of the year every year. Yeah, we were huge Disney people. Half Baked, yes, of course. Cushmaster of all people would ask.
Half Baked's good. It's not even the best stoner type of movie. Let's just move on.
Well, you remember Cushmaster also asked about Cheech and Chong last year.
Yeah, I can tell by his name. He's the type of guy the guy who owns my house would love.
Let's see what we got here. Okay. Well, we talked about this last time.
Into the Spider-Verse is fantastic. I know you're going to tell me it wasn't that good. And I'm going to tell you, along with everybody else who's seen the movie, that you're freaking wrong.
You know what? Call me wrong. I'm gonna stick by my opinion.
Spider-Verse was incredible. It wasn't just good. It was awesome. I watched out Spider-Verse and I was like, that's the best Spider-Man movie ever made.
You know what? Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Didn't blow me away. I'll say that.
Crazy.
Let's see what we got here. Harold and Kumar go to White Cat. I mean, Nate.
Can't go wrong. All the Harold and Kumars I thought were good.
Did they make more than two?
Yeah, they made two, and then there was like Harold and Kumar's Christmas one.
I never saw that one.
The other two. All three of them are hilarious. I love the Harold and Kumars.
I never saw the Christmas one.
That's actually one of the rare like sequels. Naked Gun falls in there too, where there's sequels to comedy movies that are like worthy of being made. There's not too many of those. Usually, when you do sequel to comedy movies, they usually drastically fall off.
Guantanamo Bay was the second one.
That was the second one. I forgot the third one was like something Harold and Kumar and something to do with Christmas.
I never saw that one. But yeah, Harold and Kumar's the easiest story ever. There's not much to it, but it's funny. You know, it's definitely one of those stoner movies that are enjoyable. Will Marvel do a Secret Wars storyline?
I don't know what Secret Wars is, but if Marvel keeps making money the way they do, they're going to need to make something eventually. So anything's possible.
Yeah, Marvel's going to be running out of movies sooner than later. They're going to have to...
Honestly, I'm a huge Marvel fan, like huge. I've seen every one of them in the movie theater. I don't know how many times I've watched them all, but I think that Marvel's about to run into some really, really rough times. I feel like the new Marvels, the Phase 4 now we're going into, is going to have very difficult for them to sustain what they've done without Captain America, without Iron Man. It's not like, you know what I mean? I hope they do, don't get me wrong, but I don't feel like the characters they have left are going to be nearly as interesting as was for what we've seen so far.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to reinvent those characters because every time I leave a Marvel movie, I say to myself, well, that guy was meant to play that role. You know,
what they're doing right now in the MCU, I mean, they're going to go into like this multiverse, and I guess you could do some stuff with that, but the way it's set up is right now, I mean, the MCU, you can't go back and bring Iron Man back just with a different actor. I mean, he just died. I'm sorry for anybody who hasn't seen Endgame, but Iron Man died. You know, like you can't have an Iron Man reboot inside the MCU.
Right, so they'd have to completely, yeah. I mean, I guess they could do like prequels maybe and stuff like that, but yeah, it's not going to be the same. But you can't replace Robert Downey Jr. You just can't. He's meant to play that role. What's going on, Jesse? Thanks for popping in the stream. I see Alphabet's in the stream.
Somebody saying how good the Ring is. I heard you talking about the Ring yesterday. It was actually pretty funny story that you told too about the payphone and stuff. But the Ring is overrated horror movie. I love horror movies. I love horror movies. The Ring is overrated. The Ring's got that one scene that's really good where she comes out of the TV and stuff, creeps the hell out of you. That was really good, but
why do you think it's overrated? Why do you think it's overrated?
I don't know. It's just one of those horror movies that people go crazy for, and I watch. I'm just like, I think they're really going crazy for something that's not really that crazy.
I definitely enjoyed it. I was talking about fear.com yesterday because fear.com.
I was listening when you were doing
it's almost identical to The Ring. It came
out. Fear.com really sucked. Why is fear.com suck? Why?
Well, just because it had no originality. It copied The Ring.
I mean, they did The Ring. The Ring copied Ringu.
But that was just a remake.
Okay, so it eliminates originality. So both of them weren't original.
And like the videotape's at least a little creepier. Like
I remember you had to go to fear.com. I don't remember what it showed you on the website. For all I know, it could have showed up and saw like a smiley face that said you're gonna die in 5 days.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but it was the same concept. But no, I actually really enjoyed The Ring. I thought it was cool. Now I haven't. What?
So bad. Some Chris is saying JVF sucks so bad. Is JVF Jason vs. Freddy?
Yes.
Crazy. Jason vs. Freddy is extremely entertaining. Cushmaster probably loves Jason vs. Freddy because that's like that type of movie. It's not like it even fall under a slasher category movie. It's just like a movie that you enjoy watching and laugh at. Like I totally disagree on that.
All right, Pedersen says thoughts on Clerks.
I love Clerks 1 and Clerks 2. I love both of them.
Yeah. I don't know which one I like better. I love both. Like you just said, I think they're both really good. Jay and Silent Bob is hysterical.
Clerks is definitely. Yeah, well, that new one sucked. The Jay and Silent Bob reboot was terrible. The one that just came out last year.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that one.
Really bad. But I think Clerks 1's better than Clerks 2 just because Clerks 1 was like the originality. Clerks 2 like kind of like drifts away from like what Clerks 1 was. Like Clerks 1, the whole thing takes place literally in the store, black and white, like them just talking at the counter like for the whole time. Clerks, I love Clerks 2 though, but Clerks 1's definitely the better one.
I might like Clerks 2 better, actually, to be honest with you. Afghanistan says Freddy vs. Jason was horrendous. I kind of agree with Afghanistan. I
like Freddy vs. Jason. You guys, I don't know. I love, you know what it is also? I'm the type of person that like on a random Tuesday in like February or something, I'll watch like all 10 Friday the 13th like straight through and just, laugh my ass off the whole entire time. So, I mean, Freddy vs. Jason, I definitely get enjoyment out of.
I thought it was. I'm kind of with Afghanistan and Sonora on that one. I think it was horrific. What's going on, Last Jedi? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Favorite Marvel actor? I'm going Robert Downey Jr. I think he is just perfect for Iron Man. I go Robert Downey Jr.
You're not going to go Ed Norton?
Ed Norton.
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, for one movie.
I'm joking. No, obviously. No, I like Chris. I like the guy who played Captain America, Chris Evans.
He was great. That's a good one. Let's see what we got here. Favorite actor and movie on the Hub. On the Hub? He might. I don't know. Maybe he's talking about Pornhub. I don't know. All right. Clocks asked this a few times. Thoughts on Hoosiers? Gene Hackman got blanked out of an Academy Award. I mean, Hoosiers is one of the greatest sports movies of all time.
That year, but I mean, Hoosiers is great, and Gene Hackman is fantastic in it. But what year did Hoosiers even come out? I don't know.
Came out like, I think the 70s. It was like the late.
No, it came out in 86.
Oh, 86? Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was a great movie, The Ultimate Underdog Story. I remember when they go to play. I forgot who they play. The team, the name was Hickory. They're playing in like the championship game, and they're playing in this gym. And then he tells the team, "Listen, it's not about the arena. It's about the court." He measures the court, and you got the guy who shoots the free throws from he what should we call underhands is the free throw shots.
Yeah, free throw shot. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Hoosiers was great. I love Hoosiers.
Hoosiers was amazing,
But, let's see. Who's your favorite Spider-Man actor? I know you're going to say Tobey Maguire.
No, I'm not, because I like the new guy, to be honest with you. I think Tom Holland's really good. I mean, can we go with whoever played him in the Spider-Verse?
Oh, my God. I'm gonna go with Holland. I'm with you on that. I like Holland. I think they did a good job picking him out. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Thoughts on Halloween 2. That is honestly my favorite sequel of all time, Afghanistan says.
Oh, I mean, I like Halloween 2. Halloween 2 is probably the best of the Halloween sequels, but it's definitely not the best sequel of all time. I mean, that easily goes to The Empire Strikes Back. And then The Dark Knight is a sequel.
Well, I mean, Terminator 2 is one of the greatest sequels.
Terminator 2 is up there too, definitely.
Godfather 2 is one of the greatest sequels.
Godfather 2 is the only one that's probably comparable to Empire. Yeah, but I definitely would say that was the best. And I like Halloween too, to be honest.
Well, I know Afghanistan's a huge horror guy.
I think the new Halloween, the newest one Dan McBride wrote, I think that was awesome. The new one that came out 2 years ago or whatever. I think, and the sequel's coming out this October, and then the sequel to that comes out next October.
Yeah, we gotta watch. I gotta watch the trailer to that.
Yes.
I'm really digging the new chat. I appreciate that, Kristaps. Thoughts on Saturday Night Fever? I mean,
Chris dances in the shower every night to the soundtrack, so he loves it.
Yeah, I'm not very well versed. I mean, I saw it like 30 years ago. I mean, I haven't seen that movie in a very long time.
Yeah, I can't tell you last time I saw Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, I don't have many thoughts on that. Have you all seen Schindler's List? Yes, I've seen Schindler's List.
Schindler's List is like a great movie that everybody needs to see. It's actually funny because my fiance never saw Schindler's List, and over the summer, she always told me I never saw it. It's on Netflix. And one day I was like, all right, we should sit down and watch this. And like, I struggled through Schindler's List when I watched the most recent time. It's like the type of movie I feel like everybody needs to experience once, but it's real hard to watch twice.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not because it's not good. It's disturbing.
What's going on, Giants Alliance, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, buddy. Let's see what we got here. Tana, I don't watch any movies really. Well, hopefully you start watching them, man. Hopefully this encourages you to start watching movies. Thoughts on Sandlot? I mean, that's one of the greatest.
Can't go wrong with Sandlot. You're killing me, Smalls. Killing me.
You got the huge dog, the Colossus of Clout, James Earl Jones, Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the s'more scene.
The s'more scene.
You take the gram. You know, that was great. Yeah, no.
The scene where they throw up on the tilt-a-whirl, whatever it is. They all go chewing tobacco, and they get on the ride and they start throwing up.
Wendy Peppercorn. She was the lifeguard.
Wendy Peppercorn, that's right.
Yeah.
Sandlot. You can see we watched this movie way too many times.
Yeah, Sandlot's great. Let's see what we got here. Well. Who's doing movies? What's going on there? Sports Reaction. That's right. Sports Reaction started with a movie channel. Then he went to sports. I started with a sports channel. I'm still doing sports, but I'm trying to do both at the same time. Thanks for popping in, my man. From Paris with Love. Bradley's bringing up some older movies. He's bringing up some older movies.
Paris with Love, I wouldn't be able to comment on right now. I've seen it, but I wouldn't be able to comment on. What's that? Somebody. Oh, Vince says Memento. Yeah, Vince knows to bring Memento up around me. Memento's a gem. Memento's like the forgotten Christopher Nolan movie. Have you seen Memento, Chris?
Of course, I've seen Memento.
Memento is awesome. Memento. That's one of those movies. It's a really original idea that nothing's really been done like it. That I can think of off the top of my head.
I got a mind bender movie that a lot of people hate and a lot of people love. And some people, what do you think of Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise?
I like Vanilla Sky a lot. I remember seeing this with you. You don't like Vanilla Sky.
No, I do. The first time I saw it, I was like, because I didn't want to.
It's really good.
Really good. The more you watch it, the more you actually really appreciate the movie.
Yeah, you find out it's just in his head the whole time.
Yeah, Vanilla Sky is actually really good to me, anyway. I know a lot of people.
It's almost like an extended Twilight Zone episode or something like that.
Yeah,
like the idea behind it, that type of feel.
Let's see what we got here. Best Rear Window's phenomenal. Die Hard Giants fan. Best Ice Cube movie. Friday's the best Ice Cube movie.
Anaconda.
Get the hell out of here, Anaconda. I remember seeing Anaconda in the theaters with Jennifer Lopez and Ice Cube.
I know he's not in it, but he had so much to do with the production. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say the NWA movie. Straight Outta Compton.
But he wasn't in it.
Yeah, the movie's about him. He wrote it. He helped out the whole entire thing. His son plays him, I'm pretty sure. I'm going with that even though. I love that movie.
I got to go with Friday. I go with Friday. Barbershop. He was in Barbershop, right?
Barbershop's good, yeah.
Yeah, Barbershop was good.
You're not going with Anaconda?
No, not going Anaconda. Not going Anaconda. Let's see what we got. Yeah, but he still wasn't in it. Exactly. Rich. Favorite Adam Sandler movie? Giants Alliance. Mine's Waterboy or Billy Madison. Okay, you're not a huge Sandler guy.
Big Daddy's his best movie.
Why do you say that? I mean, I love Big Daddy.
It's like a movie that you could emotionally connect to also, and the jokes in it are not stupid farting or stupid jokes or something. It's just not like that. No, the jokes, it's a little bit of a deeper movie.
Greg, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to spell hippopotamus.
Yeah, hippopotamus? Hip-hopotamus?
Hip-hop anonymous? Why does he get all the easy ones?
I think that 50 First Dates is a really good one. Adam Sandler too. Mr. Deeds.
Well, I mean, you got to put Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison in there.
I got to be honest. I watch Billy Madison's totally not.
What about Anger Management?
Anger Management I still like. Anger Management actually I do like, but I'm not going to put in those. I like Mr. Deeds a lot. Sneaky.
Click is good. Funny People's good as well.
It's good, but it's nothing crazy. Yeah, man.
I'm a huge Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison guy, but Happy Gilmore is probably my favorite. Did you all guys like the Triple X movie by Vin Diesel?
Chris loves that shit.
I did like the first one. The second one, that was with Ice Cube. How do you replace? All right, let's talk about that. I get that Vin Diesel. I think the reason he wasn't in it was for contract, whatever it was. How do you replace Vin Diesel with Ice Cube and expect it to be a good movie? And I like Ice Cube, but he's not an action star.
No.
Like how do you replace, at the time, the biggest action star with Ice Cube? What a horrible decision.
I mean, I think the first one was a terrible movie also. I think it was a bad decision just to make the sequel, but I don't think that helped it neither.
I love the first one. It was an enjoyable movie. I liked it. When he snowboards down the cliff and everything. I enjoyed Triple X. Let's see what we got.
Asking if I like cannolis. I love cannolis.
He's Italian. That's
you
like
asking. Waterboy? Oh, that's cute.
Waterboy's good. Waterboy's good.
Because those like to reveal their name a lot. I mean, I'm pretty proud of my name.
Let's see what we got. Thoughts on Rush Hour?
Rush Hour's first Rush Hour was good. Second Rush Hour was good. Third one was bad. I don't know. None of them were like the elite buddy comedy movie though. I think that like Lethal Weapon is way better than that, for instance.
I loved Rush Hour. I thought it was definitely it was a really good pairing, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. I thought that they played really well off of each other. The problem with that movie for me is it ruined Chris Tucker's career, because after that he thought he was like the biggest actor on earth.
He won $20 million a movie.
He wanted $20 million a movie, which is why you've never seen Chris Tucker in a big role again. So, but no, I loved Rush Hour. I thought Rush Hour was really good. But like you said, it's not up there with Lethal Weapon. What's the one? The Other Guys was really good. That's a good cop movie.
The best part of The Other Guys is the first 15 minutes where The Rock and Samuel Jackson are.
Oh, what about the desk pop?
I mean, yeah, there's some funny things in it, but nothing comes even close to when Samuel Jackson and The Rock at the beginning of the movie are chasing guys and they jump off the.
Was that The Rock?
That might have been Rock.
Man down. Let's see what we got here. Chris Tucker ain't worth. No, he's not. He's not worth. Man down in the kitchen. Yeah, Dire Giants fan. Let's see what we got here. Oh no, someone broke. No, nobody broke into our. It's still. That sounded just like the Stone Cold introduction. It sounded just like it. Are you a part? No, I am not, Rich.
Well, I'll be right back. I just want to make sure this. I'll be right back.
All right, do what you got to do. I'll talk to the chat. I'll talk to the chat. What's going on, guys? What's going on, Avery? Thanks for being here, buddy. Am I Ben? I know from my Discord. Am I a fan of Kill Bill? Yes, I'm a fan of anything Quentin Tarantino. It's probably my least favorite of the Tarantino films, but I still really like it. It's still definitely a really good movie, but it's probably my least favorite.
I gotta clean something up here. I might be in a few minutes.
Do what you gotta do. I'll talk to the chat. Major Pain, Vig. That is it. That's with what's his name? The Wayans brother. It wasn't Damon. It was not Marlon. Maybe it was Damon. Was it? It might have been Damon Wayans. I think it was Damon Wayans. Yeah, Major Pain was really funny. Definitely. I remember seeing that in the movie theaters when it first came out. Let's see what we got here. I did not see that, Woods. It was with Damon Wayans. Okay. I've never seen Sergeant Bill. Is that the one with Steve? What's his name? Steve Martin. I've never seen it. I remember seeing the trailer for it. Never saw the movie. I think that's the one with Steve Martin, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, Steve Martin. Let's see what we got here. Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead is really good. They made a bunch of those. They made a bunch of those after the fact. What's my thoughts on Ted 1 and Ted 2? Yeah, I think somebody asked me that in the other stream with Greg, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, they're both great. Ted 1 is the better movie. Ted 2 definitely has some scenes that really stand out as really funny, but overall, I'd say Ted 1 was the funnier movie, but they're both really funny. I'm a huge fan of Family Guy. So he was the voice of the bear, and it was kind of very similar to that type of humor that's in Family Guy. Definitely worth watching if you've never seen Ted. Really funny movie. Hopefully Greg will be all right, Gabriel. Greg will be all right. What's the worst movie I've ever watched? I'd have to really think about that. I mean, it's probably a movie I'm not going to remember because there's a couple movies I've walked out of the theaters and I can't even remember the titles of them. Geely was really bad. I only watched about 20 minutes because I wanted to see how bad it was. It was really bad. There's so many bad movies I've seen. I'd have to get some names. If you guys shouted out some names, I would tell you if I've seen them, like of traditional bad movies. But yeah, I've seen a ton. Off the top of my head, I can't think of the worst. Is Greg a Giants, Knicks, and Mets fan? Greg is a Yankees fan. He's a Giants fan. He's not really a basketball fan. What's going on? What's going on, TD, man? Thanks for being here, buddy. I appreciate it. Major Pain was directed by Nick Castle, the man who portrayed Michael. I did not know that. Afghanistan. That's an interesting fact. I did not know that. Oh, 50. Ted's great. Ted's great. I just can't wait until we have newer movies to talk about. That is when this is going to be really fun, when we get to come on here, recap a movie that we just went to the theaters and watched. That I can't wait to do that. That's going to be so much fun. But right now, unfortunately, can't really do that. Thoughts on the Breakfast Club is definitely a classic. Yeah, I definitely like it. It's a movie I probably haven't seen in 6 or 7 years. I'd have to go back and watch it to really talk about it in depth. Maybe that's one of the movies that we'll definitely review, but I definitely liked it. I don't remember it that well, though. I've seen it a few times, though, but not in a very long time. Yeah, all the movies got to, it came out today that they said that, whatchamacallit? They said that Halloween got pushed back, as well as another movie. I can't remember, but they got pushed back like 4 months. They got pushed back by 4 months because of everything that's going on. So, unfortunately, it's not just sports, guys. So, I started this new channel, and we could still, talk about some older movies that we've seen. But I know for this channel to take off, we're going to have to talk about newer stuff. And right now, there's nothing new coming out. So, we're kind of in limbo mode, but it's just somewhere to go and talk about something other than sports. And right now, when there's nothing to talk about in the sports world, I said, well, what better to do than to try to start up this new channel, get it off the ground. But this probably won't really take off until we start getting to talk about some new movies. My best friend's wedding is great. Edward Chan, what's going on, my man? Thanks for popping in the stream. Top Gun Maverick is on for December 23rd, 2020. I'm a huge Tom Cruise fan, so I'm all about that movie. It took them a really long time to do the remake. Well, not the remake, the sequel. But yeah, I'm definitely going to check that one out. I'm really looking forward to that one. Well, it's nice to talk about some others. Yeah, can't see movie theaters opening back up anytime soon. No, Don, but I could see them possibly streaming to Netflix, things like that. Because at the end of the day, if they made all these, I'm just gonna wait for that to finish. Sounds like the vacuum cleaner. I think that's a vacuum cleaner, guys. I will wait, and I will read some of your comments, guys. You should start a sports podcast. Edward Chen, I would love to start a sports podcast, but it's hard to start a sports podcast when there's no sports. But yeah, in season with the Giants, I'm definitely going to start a sports podcast. If and when we have a season, that's something I plan on adding to the channel this year. But I don't want to do it when there's really not much to talk about. What is Greg doing over there? He's vacuuming up the broken glass. By the way, when you guys were talking about Adam Sandler movies, did you guys forget Just Go With It, or do you just not like? I've never seen Just Go With It. I've seen most Adam Sandler movies. I've never seen that one. Yeah, Dyard, I think that you'll see movies on other streaming services, whether it's Hulu, whether it's Netflix. If they're not going to not have movies coming out for 6, 7, 8 months, I'd be surprised. But by the same token, it's going to be hard to film new movies because with everything that's going on until everything starts to calm down. So, I don't know, but a lot of movies have already been made. They're just kind of waiting to be released to theaters. Grown Ups 2 is great. Grown Ups was all right. Well, Greg, what was that? The vacuum?
No, something fell over and broke. I had to fix it.
All right. Sound
Wait, you
like
heard
yeah.
that?
What you say?
Why did you hear the vacuum the whole time it was on? I kind of muted my headset. I thought
Did I hear that? I think
the
all of New York heard that.
the vacuum.
Yeah.
My headset was muted. Really?
Yeah.
No, I feel like an idiot.
I think all of New York heard that. Netflix is usually better for TV shows. There's not many great movies on there. No, right now I agree. There's not many movies on there, but they may use the service to do that. Do you like F is for Family on Netflix? I swear Bill Burr. I saw Bill Burr live. Stand-up comedy in Vegas. Bill Burr, to me, is the best stand-up comedian out right now. I'm a huge George Carlin guy. Greg knows that. Greg's a huge George Carlin.
I love George Carlin. I think, honestly, the best stand-up is Chappelle, though.
You think Chappelle's better than George Carlin?
Yeah, I think Chappelle's the best.
Oh, no. George Carlin's the greatest.
I love Chappelle.
Chappelle's great. He's not George Carlin. But Bill Burr is hilarious. I love Bill Burr.
Burr's great. Yeah,
Bill Burr. He's so good. I love when he complains and rants. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
He was in Breaking Bad, Bill Burr.
Yeah, he was in Breaking Bad. He was also in The Mandalorian. He was one of the episodes.
Yes, he was. What's your favorite Jim Carrey movie? I'll let you go.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That's his best movie, period.
No, it's not. My favorite Jim Carrey movie. Obviously, when you think Jim Carrey, you think comedy. You think Ace Ventura. You think Dumb and Dumber. But I'm a huge fan of The Truman Show.
Truman Show's really good too.
And we could do a whole podcast doing The Truman Show. I think it's one of the most interesting movies ever made. Like the whole concept. And what's so cool about The Truman Show, before it was made,
somebody's saying Breaking Bad.
Reality TV didn't really exist.
It's definitely like on the edge of the. It was on the close. It was before any reality TV, I guess, really, because that came out in what, like 90.
Came out like 96, 95.
Something like, it came out a long time ago. All right, so I'm waiting here saying first, second season. Oh, you're talking about Prison Break. I thought you were saying Breaking Bad. All right, anyways, continue.
Let's see what we got here. What movie has the best theme or playlist, in your opinion? Best theme or playlist? I don't know if he means music.
Score. I don't know if anybody here has ever seen True Romance. True Romance has got one of the best scores. It's a movie that was written by Quentin Tarantino. They got the money in order to make Reservoir Dogs with. But that's got one of my favorite scores in it. If you're talking about musical selections in a movie, that's a tough one. Baby Driver, I thought, was awesome with music. But
oh, my God. Baby Driver, if you guys haven't seen it, and no, I do not like the Penguin movie with Jim Carrey, Afghanistan. Baby Driver, if you guys haven't seen it, I had never heard of it when it first came out in theaters, and I was hanging out with Adam, my friend Adam, and he's like, "Oh, let's go see Baby Driver. It's it's getting great reviews," and I didn't know what it was about. I was picturing. Do you remember when that cartoon Baby movie came out? I forgot what it was called, but it was like a baby that was like a grown up. It came out maybe like 8 years ago. I forgot the name of it, but I forgot the name of it. But that's the movie that Boss Baby, it was called.
Oh yes,
that's the movie that I thought it was, and I was like, whatever, let's see it. And then I saw the movie, and Baby Driver was amazing.
Yeah, Baby Driver was awesome. Great heist movie.
Start to finish, it was nonstop action, great storyline, great music. Yeah, right out of the gate, he's got the headphones in. He's playing the getaway music. The car chase scene at the very beginning is incredible.
There's a couple really incredible car chase scenes in that movie.
Yeah, Baby Driver's awesome.
Yeah, Baby Driver was really good.
That's one of the most underrated movies.
That was the last great. That was probably the last great movie we got from Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, Baby Driver was awesome. Yeah, Boss Baby. That's what it was. Boss Baby. Let's see what we got here. And what's going on, Sabrina? Thanks for popping in the stream. I really like George Carlin. Don't trust anything that bleeds for 5 days. George Carlin is the greatest stand-up comic ever. I had the pleasure of getting to see him live before he passed away. He's definitely my favorite stand-up comedian.
Yeah, George Carlin's the man.
Yeah. Die Hard. You got to see it again. Baby Driver is incredible. That movie was great. Have you seen Here Comes the Boom with Kevin James? I have not.
I haven't seen. I'm not a big Kevin James fan.
I'm not either.
I like King of Queens. King of Queens, I think, was really good. I like King of Queens a lot. I didn't really start to like King of Queens until maybe like 7 months ago. I know I'm real late to that party, but yeah, Kevin James outside of King of Queens is trash.
Well, Hitch was good.
Yeah, Hitch is good, but Hitch isn't a Kevin James movie. It's a freaking Will Smith movie.
Yeah.
And that's another person who's got a lot of bad movies, Will Smith.
He's got a lot of good and he's got a lot of bad. He's hit or miss.
Can you name off the top of your head? I want 5 movies that you can convincingly tell me from Will Smith are good. And Bad Boys 2 doesn't count.
Well, I think Bad Boys 2 does count.
No, Bad Boys 2 does not count. Will Smith has made a lot. He went like 10 years without making a good movie.
Bad Boys.
Yeah, the original Bad Boys, yes.
Independence Day.
No.
You're not going to give me You're not going to give me Independence Day.
Independence Day is like it's a fun bad movie.
No, Independence Day is a good movie. Men in Black.
First, if anything, I would say Men in Black 3. I'll give you a Men in Black for the trilogy.
I, Robot.
Okay, I guess, yeah. Okay, how about this? What's Will Smith's great? What's his great role?
Well, he won Best Actor for Muhammad Ali.
He didn't win it.
Oh, he was just nominated.
I mean, when you think of when you think of Harrison Ford, you think of Indiana Jones. When you think of Stallone, you think of Rambo. When you think of Keanu Reeves, you think of John Wick. So, what is Will Smith?
Actually, you know what? We've had this discussion before. You just made me think about it, and we've talked about, and we can make a video on this. We've talked about actors who have played 2 iconic roles, and there's not many. And the 2 that I've come up with are Harrison Ford, who played Han Solo, and he played Indiana Jones. Mm-hmm. And Sylvester Stallone played Rocky and Rambo.
Keanu Reeves.
How about Keanu Reeves now?
Keanu Reeves definitely in there.
With Neo and John Wick.
Yeah.
And he was also from Bill and Ted. I mean, that's not on that level, but
new Bill and Ted that's coming out looks good.
But he was played both Neo and John Wick.
Yeah.
And Neo's awesome. So
and that become John Wick after being Neo's got to be really difficult because there's such a big gap in between. Stallone had Rambos and Rockies coming out within the same time frame, pretty much. You know, he was still building himself. Keanu Reeves was whatever Neo from the Matrix, fell off the planet for like 12 years, and now he's back in like a ferocious way.
Yeah. What's up, Big O? So man, thanks for popping in the stream, buddy. Pursuit of Happiness is another good Will Smith movie.
The Pursuit of Happiness is I'd put that as one of his good movies. But you know how many bad movies Will Smith's made?
That's true. I mean, he has. He's hit or miss. 40-Year-Old Virgin is hysterical. Terminator 2 is one of those movies that was so far ahead of its time in terms of visual effects.
Oh yeah.
Like I go back and I watch Terminator 2 now, and I'm like, this could come out now.
Yeah, definitely. Terminator 2 is awesome. Also, you know, we were talking about better sequels and originals. In my mind, Terminator 2 is definitely on that list. Well, a lot of people make the argument Terminator 1's better. Terminator 2 is the way to go.
Yeah, two movies to me that were incredibly impressive in terms of their visual effects. Terminator 2 for their time, and Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, Jurassic Park definitely.
You know,
both back then. Forrest Gump, you don't realize the visual effects that were put into Forrest Gump in order to put him into all those, into those famous clips of like the news and him meeting JFK, him meeting the presidents, and being in all those places. Those visual effects really stand up from that time period. Yeah,
for sure. Let's see what we got here. Will Smith is the man. Will Smith's all right. I like him, but
I brought Chris down a notch on Will Smith.
You brought me down a little bit because now you pointed out all his really bad movies.
It's really overrated. The Cruise.
No, Tom Cruise is not overrated. Tom, you'll never get me to agree with that one.
He pushes buttons a little bit on Cruise.
You'll never get me to agree on that one. Are there any movies that you think changed the industry?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of movies that have changed the industry.
Well, I mean, if you go all the way back, I mean, Wizard of Oz was the first movie that used color, right?
Yeah. And these movies we're talking about change movies, I would say. Change movies.
The Graduate, I'm pretty sure, is the first movie ever to use a score.
From like throughout the first movie to have a soundtrack.
Soundtrack. Yeah, and The Graduate's a great movie. I'm trying to think of other movies that like changed. I mean, Terminator 2, I thought was revolutionary in terms of visual effects.
Oh, definitely. There's a visual effects like one of those things that you can pick out movies along the way that are just, there's always like milestones with that. Like Star Wars was a massive one. When Star Wars came out, nothing like that had been seen before. Terminator 2 and that came out. Jurassic Park. I mean, there's lists. Even The Matrix.
Yeah, The Matrix. I'll tell you what. How do you think of that story? That's what always blows my mind about The Matrix. How do you like just come up with that story?
I mean, that story's kind of based off of like other the Wachowski brothers took those ideas from like a combination of a couple of different things. But it was definitely Matrix is great.
Yeah, I love The Matrix. Let's see what we got here. Just saw Jaws on 4K. I don't think I've ever seen Jaws on 4K. I don't think I've ever seen Jaws. That's a classic though. Do you like Jackie Chan? Yeah, Jackie Chan's awesome.
Yeah, Jackie Chan, Rumble in the Bronx.
Jackie Chan's awesome, man. We were just talking about Rush Hour, The Tuxedo with Jennifer Love Hewitt.
The Tuxedo.
Yeah. No, but yeah, no, I definitely a fan of Jackie Chan. He's like the most likable guy ever. What TV show deserves a movie? Huh?
What TV show deserves a movie? You know what? I feel like that's a really loaded question because you can make good TV shows out of movies because TV shows is basically the opportunity to open up from 2 hours and 3 hours of a movie is into like 12 hours that a season is, and then you can do like 4 or 5 of those. So you have a lot to do it the vice versa way to make a show.
Well, they've done it plenty of times. It usually doesn't work well. Sex and the City, Entourage. They've done it. I think they're doing it.
It's like continuations of the show. It's like getting an extra episode or two. It's not. If you're talking about that, and you can do it with a lot. I mean, they're
doing a Sopranos one, aren't they?
Yeah. It's called the Saints of Newark. It's supposed to come out this year, I think. This year or next year. But I mean, that's kind of just going to be a continuation of the show in some way. It's not. I was thinking. I mean, if you're going to do that, then it just definitely shows you could do it with.
Thoughts on the Wizard of Oz?
Wizard of Oz is great. You're asking me if I watch the Wizard of Oz on the regular? No, I don't.
Yeah. Definitely a revolutionary movie. That's kind of ahead of its time, but it's not. It's definitely not. A movie that I have on my my must-watch list.
Somebody's asking about the movie Ghost. I actually just rewatched Ghost recently. Ghost is great. Ghost is really good, especially for its time. Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore. Demi Moore's got that little short haircut. I don't know how I feel about that, but
Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg. Can't forget out the whoop.
Yeah. Ghost was really good. I haven't seen it in a while. I mean, the one scene that comes to mind for me is the pottery, where they're making the
pottery.
They make the pottery. Yeah, Ghost was good. I remember watching that when I was a kid.
Ghost Rider. That's got to be a troll.
Ghost Rider, Jawad, and I love you. I love Jawad. Tunes into all my streams, watches all my videos. Jawad, I love you, man. Ghost Rider is one of the worst movies ever. And I watched the sequel just because Jared asked me to. So I was like, all right, I'll go to the theaters, I'll watch it. The sequel was even worse.
Yeah, the sequel's bad. I mean, they're both just terrible. I mean, let's be honest, Nick Cage has got a lot of bad ones out there. I mean, it's got some ones I love too, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Name some actors who had back-to-back blockbusters. I mean,
Tom Hanks, Philadelphia, Forrest Gump.
Well, how about Denzel Washington? He did I think they were like 6 months apart. You had the Bone Collector and you had the Hurricane.
The Hurricane and Training Day were a year apart.
John Q also was in that mix.
Yeah, Denzel definitely had a couple really big ones in there. I mean, I'm sure the Cruise has got a couple in there too.
Oh, the Cruise does a blockbuster every week. I mean, Arnold, back in the day, he had plenty of them.
Arnold, all those guys, the Arnolds, the Stallones, like they all had like the regular.
Yeah, we had what? True Lies. He had
He had
Terminator 2.
Predator was like 87. And you got Predator. You got Terminator, Predator, Terminator 2, True Lies. Erasers in there. Last Action Hero. Junior. Well, yeah, I guess Junior's not really an action movie though.
Kindergarten Cop.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle, that's a classic. If you guys haven't seen that, that's the greatest movie of all time. I'll give you guys the storyline. Sinbad plays a mailman. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the whole movie is about him trying to get a toy for his kid, and Sinbad and him fight over it. It's an absolute blast. No, it's one of the worst movies of all time. You guys were asking about the best Christmas movies. That's one of the worst Christmas movies.
I mean, Die Hard's got nothing on Jingle All the Way.
Twins is really good. Twins is really good. Yeah, Twins is good. My kids. I mean, it's a fun movie, Big O. So it's a fun movie. Favorite DreamWorks movie. That's a random.
I would have to look into that.
Yeah, that's going to require a lot of research.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. My favorite movie is The Magnificent Seven.
Magnificent Seven was decent with Denzel, but I would not say it's my favorite movie. It's actually a remake. The original, I think, is actually better.
MH says that Chris, your brother's more handsome. MH, he's a man, he's a boy, but he's got a crush on you, Greg.
I'm engaged.
Let's see what we got here. I don't know, but looks like I'm. No, you're not blocked. You're not blocked. Jay, I just saw you now. You're not blocked. Sorry, I missed you, buddy. Madagascar is a classic. Yeah. Oh God, Mike Mosh. He was the troll yesterday. If he gets silly, I'll just block him from the channel. Let's see what we got here. I've only got a crush on Hot. Yeah.
Thunder. Somebody, Vidge bringing up Tropic Thunder, coming through in a big way right there, Vidgy. Tropic Thunder is, in my eyes, just awesome. From the moment it starts, the fake trailers and Scorcher 5 and whatever, the Devil's Alley. I love Tropic Thunder straight through. I've literally watched Tropic Thunder like definitely at least 60 times. That's no exaggeration.
Tropic Thunder. Robert Downey Jr. plays a great black guy.
No, that's Tom Cruise's best role. Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder steals the movie as Les Grossman, the agent. He got nominated for that.
I know he did.
That's the best part of the movie.
That might be the greatest cameo of all time.
It's more like a cameo. He's in it for like a solid 20 minutes, but he's awesome. He's really, Braveheart over 300.
What does Greg think about Tana winning the I don't think he knows about that. I don't think he knows about that, Afghanistan. But they voted on the best looking sports YouTuber, and I won that about a year ago.
I'm proud of you for it.
Yeah. Sabrina says, "What's my favorite cruise movie?" Oh man, there's so many. What's your favorite cruise movie?
My favorite cruise movie? I mean, there's so many fun. I mean, that's like one of those things. Like, I know I always bust your balls about Cruise, but I mean, Cruise got so many good movies. I mean, you could say something like Top Gun. Yeah, Top Gun's another one of those really like silly but fun movies to watch. But you could say something like that about Cruise. You'd pretty much say like any of like 4 of the Mission Impossibles if you want to pick it out. I mean,
the thing is, he's got.
I like Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow is great. It's like Groundhog's Day with guns.
Yeah, I love Edge of Tomorrow.
But he's got so many great movies in different categories. If you want to go sci-fi, you go Minority Report. If you want to go rom-com, you go Jerry Maguire. If you want to go drama, you could go A Few Good Men or Rain Man. If you want to go action, you're going Mission Impossible. Or Day of Tomorrow, whatever. Edge of Tomorrow. So there are so many. He's got so many different movies in so many different categories. Collateral, one of my personal.
Collateral's awesome, man. Collateral's great.
So Last Samurai, I think is great. So
Last Summer's really good.
Yeah, that's another great war movie. So I mean, I don't know. I honestly can't give you an answer to that, Sabrina. I love all of his stuff.
Yeah, Chris dreams about him at night.
Yeah, I do. Dinner for Schmucks is great. Dinner for Schmucks is actually pretty funny.
I've actually never seen Dinner for Schmucks.
You never saw Schmucks?
I never saw it.
Oh, that's with Steve Carell and what's the guy's name with the beard? He's like the fat, chubby. Yeah. No, was it Galifianakis? The guy who's in The Hangover.
Yeah, Zach Galifianakis.
Oh yeah, it was Galifianakis. Yeah. So it's him and Steve Carell. Really funny, and they're both crazy, and they're the schmucks that are at the dinner. But really, it's actually a pretty funny movie. I enjoyed it.
I mean, I gotta check it out. I've heard about it. Definitely heard good things about it.
Wow, did not think it would be that hard to narrow it down. Sabrina, Tom Cruise got a lot of. The thing is, he's been acting since like 1980.
Yeah, Cruise is a man. Cruise got a lot of good movies. The Color.
We didn't even mention Risky Business, Color of Money.
Color of Money. Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder. Come on. You know, and there's a bunch of others that we skipped over. The Firm.
You go down Cruise's IMDb list, it's kind of like reading like the Beatles' greatest hits, the back of his album. Every one of them is like, oh.
I like that one. I like that one. Yeah, people go into it being like, I hate Tom Cruise. Oh wait, I actually like Tom.
I like Tom Cruise. Yeah.
Yeah. The Green Mile is really good. Great movie. With Tom
fantastic.
Jack Reacher was good. Yeah. What's going on, Mustard Bus, man? Thanks for popping in the stream. Best Stephen King movie. I'll let you answer that.
I don't know. I mean, Shawshank Redemption, hands down. That's a Stephen King book, and that's the best one. It's not even close.
Yeah, I forgot about that when somebody asked me that. I think they asked me that yesterday. That is his best one. Yes.
Close. There's been a lot of bad Stephen King movies too. Like It Too. It Too was bad.
I liked it too.
No, you didn't. The
yes,
second.
No, yeah, it wasn't as good. It wasn't as good as the first, but I liked it. No, I liked it too.
I hated it. I loved it. I thought I'm not a big fan of the original either. On Tim Curry back in the day, I'm not a huge fan of that. But the first one of the remakes, I was like, they got the right idea here. And then I went to see the second one, and I felt like they messed up every possible thing they could mess up in that movie. The Purge. I'm a Purge fan.
The Purge is cool. Afghanistan says, "Did you like The Outsiders?" Yeah, I like The Outsiders.
Yeah, who doesn't like The Outsiders? I mean, yeah.
I remember reading that in school, and a lot of big actors in that.
Yeah, Emilio Estevez is in that. Matt Dillon's in it. There's a lot of people.
Cruz is in it. But there's a lot of great actors in it. Series of Unfortunate Events. Lemony Snicket Series of Unfortunate Events. That's the one with Jim Carrey, right?
Jim Carrey, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw it a couple times actually when I worked at the movie theater. I actually took a girl to see that. It's cool. I mean, Jim Carrey's great in it. Jim Carrey does a great job. Yeah, it was definitely an interesting movie to say the least. Let's see what we got here. Jay says comedy, drama, farce, action, adventure, thriller, every genre, and memorable performances. De Niro, Nicholson, Dustin Hoffman, Robin Williams.
That's like an hour conversation right there.
Yes, it is. Okay, well, real quick, the best comedy that bounces off the head for me for Robert De Niro, Meet the Fockers, Meet the Parents.
Probably.
In terms of action, I mean, De Niro's been in Heat was an action movie.
He's the best.
Heat was a really good action movie. I don't know if he's action adventure is the same category. Thriller. What was De Niro in that was? Was he in Was he in a thriller? De Niro?
Cape Fear.
Oh yeah, Cape Fear. Yeah. Robin Williams, obviously Jumanji, probably for adventure. Comedy, just name any one of his movies. Mrs. Doubtfire. I mean, all those guys are in so many different types of genres that, like you said,
yeah,
they're all really good actors. Let's see what we got here. John Q was really good.
John Q was really good.
Yeah, John Q was really good. That's an underrated movie.
Remake movie. Superman, the original Superman. I feel like at this point, like it just hasn't aged well, and I feel like you watch the '89 Batman movie and that one still holds up water. You watch the really old Superman movies with Christopher Reeves, I don't feel like they hold water as much. And I think the remake of the Superman movie was not too good either. Man of Steel, I think pretty much anything from DCU was not that good, except for Wonder Woman and the Joker.
I think Superman is the most boring.
He's boring. There's nothing to challenge him. Like it's just like
he's the most boring action hero ever. Like I'm not a fan. I'm not a big fan of Superman. I never superhero rather I should say. I'm not. He's like my least favorite. Bicentennial Man. Never watched that. Afghanistan says. You guys familiar with Stanley Kramer? Are you? I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he means Kubik, and he just like had a spelling correction. I'm not too sure what he's talking about.
They need to remake the Spawn movie. We are
remaking the Spawn movie actually.
We were talking about John Leguizamo earlier. John Leguizamo plays the clown.
Yes, he does. The Spawn movie kind of stinks. Back in the day when I was younger and it came out, I thought it was cool. The Spawn movie stinks.
I have not seen that movie in a long time, but I remember liking it when I was younger.
Yeah, when I was younger, I liked it too. I also liked Batman Forever when I was younger.
That's a Marvel movie, right?
Spawn definitely falls in Marvel, but I mean, it's not made by like Marvel. It's not made by Marvel Studios because Marvel Studios didn't come around to like Spider-Man.
Right, and Blade was a Marvel movie too.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so those
Blade was a vampire before it was cool to be a vampire.
Yeah, if Blade came out now, it would be like the biggest superhero movie ever.
Yeah, it would be the biggest thing ever.
Do you think they'll remake Blade?
They are remaking Blade.
I didn't know that they are.
Yeah, it's coming out. They got it in the works already.
It's not Wesley Snipes though, right?
No, it's I forget what the guy. I can't think of the guy's name off the top of my head. I think the guy that picked. I think it's the guy from Green Book. Actually, did you see Green Book? Green Book was great.
I did not. I
can't think of the guy's name off the top of my head, but really good actor.
Are you a fan of Jason Sudeikis? We're the Millers and Horrible Bosses were funny. Yeah, I saw both those movies. Horrible Bosses I really liked. Out of those two, it was definitely if I had to pick one of those two, I'm picking Horrible Bosses. Horrible Bosses was really funny.
Yeah. Definitely a really funny movie.
Yeah,
Jamie Foxx, right? That's the one that Jamie Foxx has that great cameo in it.
Yeah. Mother Blank and Jones. That Horrible Bosses is actually a really underrated comedy. That was a really good one. I have you seen Glory with Denzel? Big O. So I did, but I saw it when I was like 12. Like I have not seen it in a real.
Really good. It's not, I wouldn't put any elite war movies. You know, a war movie like a lot of people seem to have already forgotten about was Dunkirk. I love Dunkirk. Dunkirk is filmed is like a masterpiece where they have 3 different stories. One takes place over a week, one takes place over a day, one takes place over an hour, and how they all crisscross over each other. You see the same ship sink 3 different times in that movie. And if you're not paying attention, you don't realize that's going on. Dunkirk's like a masterpiece.
What about 1917? You saw that?
1917 was awesome. Oh, did I see 1917?
1917 was awesome.
1917 was great. The whole movie looks like one shot. That's been done before, but it's definitely done very well there.
Yeah, if nobody has seen 1917, the whole movie, like you said, nothing cuts. It's just one shot.
They do cut, but they use really long takes, and like when they're gonna cut, they do it in like very clever ways. Because you don't know, it looks like it's one continuous story, like you're standing with these people the whole entire movie. I mean, in reality, there's cuts in there, but it's very cleverly made. It's
kind of like Birdman that did the same thing.
Yeah, Birdman did it before that. Yes.
Yeah. It's really good. Let's see what we got here. Have you guys seen the racing movie Rush?
I've seen Rush one time. Some people go crazy over Rush. I don't remember thinking it was anything that great, but like I said, I haven't seen it in a while. So
I never saw Rush. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Maybe
I remember liking it, but some people talk about like it's like The Godfather or something. It's not that.
Fun fact: Rooney Mara was the actress related to both the Steelers and Giants ownership. What's going on, New York for life, man? Thanks for popping in the stream. Well, I know that Mara, the daughter of Mara was in what's the famous movie? I forgot the name of it. It's like a trilogy. You'll know it when they say it in the chat, but it was really good. She was excellent, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. They'll know it though. They'll know it. They'll say the name. Great stream, guys. Talk to you soon. All right, Vidge, man. Thank you for being here, buddy. I think 1917 was the longest scene without a cut. Yeah, 1917 was awesome the way it was filmed.
Really good, yeah.
Good Will Hunting. Of course, we've seen Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting. Times I feel like I've lived it.
Yeah, Good Will Hunting is great. Somebody asked for Mrs. Doubtfire as well, of course.
Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire is awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mrs. Doubtfire holds up as good. Like, they're not going to remake Mrs. Doubtfire anytime soon. I feel like that's one of those movies that now in this modern day generation, you're not going to get it. It doesn't have the same thing that you can laugh at with the cross-dressing factor. Now, if you do that, people will be appalled.
Right. You're probably right about that. And nobody could ever redo that role like Robin Williams.
I mean, that's kind of a redo of Tootsie, right? Tootsie, Dustin Hoffman did it first.
Yeah, I just feel like nobody could do it better than Robin.
I like Mrs. Doubtfire better, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Did you see Dead Poet Society? I think I asked that.
Really good, yes.
He asked me. I think I saw it. I don't remember it though.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, I haven't seen it in a very long time, but yeah, Dead Poet Society is definitely a very good movie. San Andreas with The Rock. Now this guy's talking about Academy winners.
It's definitely an enjoyable action movie. I saw it. But it's nothing to write home about.
No Country for Old Men's a masterpiece.
Oh, it's great. No Country
for Old Men's great. And like No Country for Old Men, like is awesome, and they like do like the cardinal sin where they build up to like the climax of the movie, and then they don't show you the climax. Like the No Country for Old Men, when the hero finally meets up with the villain, they don't show it in the movie. You just see afterwards how one of them's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like No Country for Old Men. Robin Williams also, yes, The Birdcage was really
the
funny.
Rock with Nicolas Cage, of course I've seen The Rock with Nicolas Cage.
That's an all-time classic. Ed Harris, Sean Connery. That's a great one too. I think John Leguizamo's in that as well. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
No, not Leguizamo. Michael Bain, the guy from the first Terminator's in it.
Okay.
But
yeah, The Rock was awesome.
The best is what losers always whine about. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Let's see what we got here. Have you guys seen? I have not seen Cobra Kai. Everybody keeps asking me to watch it. Have you watched Cobra Kai?
First season of Cobra Kai is awesome. The second season's good. They just announced that Netflix got it and they're going to make the third season, which I'm excited for. But I think the first season of Cobra Kai is better than any of the kindergarten, any of the
Karate Kids. It's on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out because everybody's been telling me to watch it.
Cobra Kai's really good.
Yeah, everybody's been telling me to watch it. I need to check that out. Prison Break, I gotta watch. I have not watched that. Several people have told me to watch that. Do we like the original Carrie? Yeah, I mean that's a classic horror movie.
It's good, definitely good. I don't know. I like that generation of horror movies. Definitely ones I like better. Like I'm more of a Poltergeist fan or Exorcist. Like I found those to be better than Carrie because Carrie's considered to be like one of those like classic horror movies. But I mean Carrie's definitely good. Mom loves Carrie.
No, I like Carrie too. I remember watching it when I was a kid. I mean, I'm with you though. Exorcist is definitely above it for me. Yeah, Exorcist for sure, Poltergeist for sure. But Carrie's was definitely good. The famous shower scene at the beginning. Yeah, I definitely like Carrie. But I can't get into horror movies. I mean, I'll say this. I think horror movies are kind of making a return.
I love horror. Yeah, horror movies the last couple of years. Blumhouse is bringing horror movies back on the map. They made The Invisible Man was awesome. They made Hunt.
The Hunt was awesome.
The Hunt was great. The Hunt was incredible.
The Hunt was awesome. Insidious. Yeah, I actually just saw Insidious, and I know you did.
I like Insidious a lot.
Yeah,
Insidious is really. It's like one of those movies that does like a lot with a little. Like like they don't show that much in Insidious, and they creep you out with like. Insidious was really good. So is Sinister. So is Conjuring. There's been in the last like I don't know 6-7 years you gotten some really good ones. Get Out. Get Out was freaking awesome.
Get Out was freaking awesome. I like Get Out a lot. I wasn't the biggest. I liked Us, but it wasn't on the same level as Get Out.
No, Us I like a lot, but it's not as good as Get Out. Get Out was really good.
Yeah, Get Out was great. But guys, it's 9:30. We're gonna wrap it up. We've been live for about 2 hours, but we just want to keep try to do this at least once or twice a week. Do some live streams. We're gonna do some reaction videos. Do some more podcasts. We appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being such great supporters of the channel.
Sorry about the vacuum.
Yeah, both of our channels. We really appreciate it. And we just wanted to come on because I couldn't have Greg on yesterday. So and I'm glad that you guys tuned in. Thank you guys for all your support.
Check out the Goodfellas stream that we posted.
Yeah, check out the Goodfellas review.
Podcast is really good.
Yeah, if you haven't checked it out, but thank you guys for being here. And I'll probably see you guys on my channel on Friday. That's when I'll be live for sports. So, and I may be doing the UFC match. I haven't decided yet on Saturday. But guys, have a great night. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, in 3,